We are expecting more Afghan refugees to arrive here in town over the coming days, and local leaders have a plan in place to deal with the influx. The county is working with resettlement agencies, and they're also calling on Congress to set aside some more money for assistance. Federal data reviewed by CBS News shows there are thousands of Afghan refugees at military installations in 5 states, and more are at bases overseas awaiting processing. And this morning, we are talking with Shekeba Morrad. She's been to the Afghan refugee camps, heard their stories, seen their needs, and she is calling for help. Shekeba, good morning.
Good morning, San Diego. Thank you for having me, Stella.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you can join us. I had people from the Afghan community reach out to me. That's how I found out about you, telling me just how much you have been doing for the refugees. How did you get involved?
My uncle actually asked me to write a letter to the White House back in early August because conditions were getting bad in Afghanistan. I wrote that letter, asked my fiance's tech company to run a campaign for me pro bono. So we had over 38,000 people in America take action on our campaign and send over 300,000 messages to our leaders. And that I just became the voice of the diaspora in that way.
You are an attorney, and you were just living a normal life, and then your uncle came to you, and then the passion started flowing, you know what I mean? And then you created a text message, Crisis 52886. Talk about that.
Sure. So everyone in America can text the word crisis to the number 52886, and they receive a responsive text from our campaign, and the letter that I drafted auto-populates. That letter is Darwinian in nature because it continues to evolve with the nature of the crisis. So it's really revolutionary technology. I love it. It's been incredibly successful.
How were you able to get on to these refugee camps, and tell us what you have seen?
Sure. So I actually was dropping off donations. I had fundraised a significant amount of money, and I was purchasing clothing because the refugees don't have clothing. Nobody's providing that other than local organizations, and now big organizations are stepping in, but it's very slow to move. So I was invited to engage with the refugees on an engagement team, and what I saw was incredible and also very sad. I saw thousands of children. I mean, 6,000 people are at Fort Pickett alone. We have 53,000 refugees on refugee camps here in America on 8 military bases. So you see masses of people that have nothing to do. They're waiting around for processing. And the requests have been all over the place. Mainly it's been clothing and shoes. For weeks, infant formula was running low and running out on bases. Infants need formula. They need to be fed. So we've been working very hard as a community to meet all of those needs and fulfill the supply gap, the gaps that the DoD has. So far, nobody is providing clothing. So the dire need right now is warm clothing as winter is quickly approaching, and shoes, closed-toe shoes. Some amazing things I've seen: children rushing to the car of the woman that brings the soccer balls to engage with them. Hundreds of children just rushing to a car because they're excited to play. That was one of the best things I saw. Of course, there are medical needs. They need dentists, they need optometrists, they need basic over-the-counter medication that they don't have. Diaper rash cream is very much in dire need. So the needs are, there's a list that is just, no list is exhaustive, but everything you could ever need for your daily life is what they need because they came here with nothing.
Yeah, their needs are ever changing. They literally came with the clothes on their backs. I know we had some refugees already here. I was able to donate some furniture to them because I know what it's like when my family, we came here with nothing. How can people donate? People are listening at home right now. They're like, okay, I have extra clothes. I've got these things. Where can we go to be able to get it to those people?
So with respect to the ones on the refugee camps, there are actually none in California. So that makes it very difficult, right, for transport. What's incredible, though, is that Team Rubicon, which is a veteran-led nonprofit organization, has Amazon wish lists on their website right now. And we have been pushing those wish lists to everyone we know that doesn't live in the areas, in the vicinities close to those military installations. So if you go to the Team Rubicon website, you can browse their Amazon wish list, pick the items are actually in stock, and send it to those bases. Fort McCoy has the most number of refugees. maybe pick them as a priority and then go down the list with respect to who has the most refugees. With respect to how you can help in San Diego as a local community, California is receiving the most number of refugees for resettlement purposes. I think the number was about 5,000. So there are 9 umbrella resettlement organizations in the nation. I know that LIRS is there, IRC is there. So it would be great for people to look up which resettlement organizations operate in California and then get in contact with them and see how they can help the refugees for the long term in their resettlement into their homes. But for now, there is dire need on those refugee camps in America, as the tens of thousands are there right now.
Shekeba, thank you so much for talking with us, for your passion, everything that you are doing. We're going to post this interview to our website, cbs8.com, so we can get more eyes on this. The Rubicon information that you gave us was very, very informative. We've done other stories about other organizations. So thank you so much. Hopefully we'll check in with you at a later time to see what else is going. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.